we're going to continue with some order of operation problems, trying to make them a little bit harder. So this one, we just went over in a previous video that when you subtract a negative, it actually turns to a positive. So that's the first step. Just rewrite the problem where subtract a negative becomes a plus. Now, this is, remember, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So what I have, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Okay, inside the parentheses, there's nothing to do. Exponents, there was nothing. Multiplication and division, no. And now we have addition, subtraction. So let's go ahead and do that. This just needs a common denominator. Kind of breezing through this fast, but this should be a review. Multiply this one by 1 in the form of 9 over 9. Multiply this one by 1 in the form of 5 over 5. That'll give us that common denominator of 45. And on top, we've got negative 10 over 45, 9 over 45. Okay, negative 10 plus 9 on the top is negative 1. And we've got that 45 on the bottom. Okay. Now, let's do another order of operations problems, and this one has a lot of absolute values. And it's a little confusing because my handwriting, they look like ones. When you see them on a computer screen in a book, they're definitely a little bit darker. So I'm going to go ahead and add pink. Whoa, no, pink's not the good one. Let's see, I can change this to, let's try green. Oh, that's nice. Okay, there we go. So this is the absolute value of negative 14. And this one here is the absolute value of 11 minus 14. Okay, so order of operations says do the stuff inside the parentheses first. Well, there's not parentheses, but this actually means a grouping symbol. So it can be parentheses, it can be brackets, it can be absolute values. So here, this is the first thing. What is there to do? That is a grouping symbol, and we're going to change that to positive 14. Okay, don't lose this outer one, this outer absolute value. Okay, this one turned into a positive 14. Now, I'm going to carry down the subtraction, and I'm going to carry down this absolute value symbol right here, those ones. And what I'm going to do is just the work inside of the parentheses here, P. 11 minus 14, negative 3. I don't want to do too much at once. I think the reason students get these wrong is they try to do too many steps at once. Pencil lead is cheap, 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 right? Don't rush. Okay, what I still need to do is I'm still working inside that grouping symbol, parentheses. And I want to know what's the next thing to do. This is the outer grouping symbol, and I need to go to the inner grouping symbol. So I'm going to carry this one down. I'm going to do the 14. I'm going to do the subtract. Now, what is the absolute value of negative 3? That's positive 3. Okay. Now, for clarity, I put it in parentheses, but at this point, you don't need that. This grouping symbol it's just holding 3. Well, positive 3 is the work that we did coming out of that absolute value. So it's no longer in a parenthesis, and it's no longer in an absolute value. It's just simply 14 minus 3. Now, 14 minus 3 is 11, but absolute value of 11 is 11. There's no other work to do. Okay, there you go.